Hey, you folks. This is DbdKmp. Welcome to a brand new playthrough. Pulling up, it says 2 souls. External face and an internal face. Light side and dark side. Four to 6 billion years since the planet's birth. Growth and decline circles to 2 wheels. Okay. Anyway. As the wheel of light side, new life is born. At the wheel of dark side, ice ages descend. Okay. Red song though, but light side wills, intelligent beings. Now, wow, this is pretty interesting. I kind of like the way they're kind of doing this. This is awesome. Rapid progress takes root. Now you might be wondering why I'm not singing the full tune because they're gonna copyright me. Idiot. Ooh, I'll shut up now. Dark side's will breeds fear in disharmony. They came to be called God and Devil. Gotta remember this is a Chrono Trigger, I mean. So, which isn't still an ongoing game, so this will be out several months later. Got another one coming out as well. Yep. Still with the clock as well, kind of remember this is a Chrono Trigger. But either way, they don't think the way you had it. Well, if you think about going back and forth, yeah, but Welcome one and all to when it loads. The one, the only Terranigma. Now, you would not believe what I had to go through just to get an actual good copy. Copyright 1996, Quentin Fujiwara Enix. Great music, everything. I don't know anything about this game. But let me explain a few things. This is still the intro video, but I'm going to explain a few things. This is what I had to go through in order to get it. Well, not that. Just bear with me here. Let's see. I actually had to go. I had to unzip the file, by the way. And literally, I had to go with Europe. Now, Europe is mostly the best choice to get for English. I wouldn't say everything in Europe. I mean, nothing against Europe. I'm just saying not everything you will get for Europe to be English. But mainly, a lot of things, if you can't find it, just like either an E for USA or English, U for USA, or Europe. Those are the only way you'll ever get anything if you're looking for English. Now, if you're looking for other ones, yeah, okay. Yeah, you'll find them. But yeah, I actually had to go with the Europe version. Although I could have changed that to .smc, but it wouldn't have mattered. Because see, I did that for one file, and it said it was going to be unusable. Well, it used it anyway, but it was still... I was like, what the hell is this? I don't understand a word, or like a word you're saying to me. So that's the gist of it. So that, let me tell you, that was a trouble in itself. So anyway, this is the first installment of this game. It's my next project. Now, I've gotten lost on SLM, which I may need a guide, which looks to be a great game. I'm gonna have to get a guide for that one. I'm definitely going to get a guide for that one because there's actually 2 games I gotta get one from Brainlord, and for that one because those are gonna continue on. The only difference is that SOM, which I cannot tell you in this video until it gets revealed, Might be later on, like after it's already been done, like like before this is done. But this game in particular, oh my god, you would not believe the jumps and hoops I had to go through just to find an English version. I was like, what? And then they said on this other website that I was looking at, S is for USA. I'm like, well, if that's the case, why don't I just go back to the other one that had S on it anyway? So I looked at S. It was not S. It was not It was not basically, American thing. The American thing actually was Europe in this case. Now, Europe is not a bad thing, but, however, at the same time, what I'm trying to say is that if you want English, mainly you can go with Europe. Now, I did not know that either until I found that. I mean, for sure. I mean, I've heard about it, but yeah, because I have never had an actual Europe one. Unless you consider, like, maybe Populous, I guess, because I'm not really sure. So I know that, if I scroll through my list here, Populous, I could talk about it because it's not going to be an actual playthrough. It's like one of those games you can just, like, play on the side or something. Let's see, Populous. Well, it's in this list somewhere. I'll find it. Gotta go through it really fast, cause we don't have a lot of time. Da 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 do 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 do. Okay, I shouldn't be singing. There it is, Populous E. I'm not sure if that's Europe or not, but it is in English, so that is good. That is good. I mean, I have nothing against any other language, but I don't understand it, and half the time, whenever I take that risk, yeah, I don't know if I'm messing up or not until it's too late, because I don't know. I mean, like, by the time I figure out what's enter, it's too late. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'd be like exiting the game or something, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to exit the game. I'm trying to actually play the game, and so as brilliant and excellent as any other languages, I wasn't born and raised in it. Hell, I wasn't born and raised in multiple languages. However, I was to the point that, I'm more accepting of them. I'm just not accepting to the point that I understand them, where I go, oh, that's what it means to go to use the restroom, just for example, not the point. But say, I just want to use the mirror. Anything in their language. For all I know, I could be saying F you a-hole, and I'm not even trying to say that really, because that's how much I don't understand of it. Literally, I don't. If I understood any of it, even enough of it, I could probably even ask for the restroom and say hi without trying to be offensive and saying something like, you a-hole. And I'm not even wanting to say that. In other words, I could be saying that, and I don't even know it. That's why I wish we had Star Trek, to be honest. And I seriously doubt that the computers are going to look like what they are, what that guy was showing. I seriously doubt it. But I actually think it's an interesting idea. Don't get me wrong. This dude was talking about that, how what it could look like. And I'm like, yeah, that's an interesting idea, but I seriously doubt it. Hell, I wouldn't exactly doubt that it would be a thing or not a thing, because I've never been there and neither has he. Now, it's possible. I believe in the possibility of it. But again, I'm no expert, but I don't think that's going to happen. But again, I don't think it's going to happen any more than my idea or anything else. But I know that for a fact that it's not going to happen exactly the way in the future you have Star Trek and no lesbians, no gays, no bi-curious people, none of that, no whatever we got going on. I honestly don't believe that's not going to happen. I don't even believe that we're going to give up material possession, because even Star Trek is confusing as hell on that, because when you have extra clothing and stuff you collect, like hairbrush and stuff like that, that is material possession. It still is. Especially, you may not know it, but so is having a book. A book is a material possession. Yes, it is. By the very definition of it. Because before TV, yes, we had books, and even though we still have books to today, it just depends on what you want to do. A lot of people prefer both. A lot of people one or the other, but it doesn't really matter. There's nothing wrong with either one or both. But the thing of it is, there's no way to totally get rid of material possession, because you still have to have clothes. You still have to have, like, supplies in the restroom. You have to have that. Yeah, definitely. There's no way of getting around that. There's no way of getting around. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be possible or not possible that the future will happen, but I will say that it's not going to happen in the same exact way, because there's no way in hell you're going to get some world where everybody's straight and nobody does lesbianism, no toilets either, and none of that. I don't know how you put it, but there's no way in hell that would ever happen. Because unless, of course, you somehow extract the gene and say, well, you know what, you're no longer gay or lesbian, which is going to be stupid. Honestly. And, I don't think we'll ever get mail anymore, if we do get in the future. Actually, that's another thing they don't talk about. But they do send and receive messages of, like, just little teeny things that give you, like, mail or something. Like, here's a letter from your deal, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, you might be giving up, like, I don't know, consoles and stuff like that. And for, like, better games or for the future. But I have no idea. I mean, they don't even talk about that. They just say material possessions. Well, the thing is, again, there's no such thing as giving it up completely, because you still have to have some kind of material possession no matter what era you're living in. You have to have material possessions. Even a ship is a material possession. Even a whatever it is you're collecting is material possessions. You may not have furniture anymore that you generally own. You don't. You may not have that anymore, but you do have other things that are still material possessions. Even Horses in the Ring, even though he's no longer alive, had said this. There's no way. It's an interesting idea and all. It's just, there's no way in hell. I mean, of course, this was before we even had, being able to record and all this nowadays. But anyway, I don't believe in the whole idea that we're giving it up altogether, because there's just no way. I'm sorry, but unless, of course, you give up the whole idea of having a hairbrush, different kinds of clothes, that, and what else? God, I mean, literally, and not collecting anything, period, even in the future. That is still material possessions. Even if it's just gifted to you. Even if you didn't buy it. It's still a possession. So you cannot completely give up material possessions. I think it's but, and there's nothing wrong with having material possessions. The problem is that, I suppose, if you have way too much to accumulate, like when you have, like, a bunch of beds and, a bunch of different TVs and stuff like that. Which I honestly don't think we're going to give up the TV idea. I mean, it might be in a different format where we're not exactly having it in some out-of-the-way stadium somewhere across the world or the galaxy. But we will still have TV. I believe that as well. Now that I more think about it. But it won't be like what we have here. No. Especially when you consider view screens and stuff like that. And hologram decks. I mean, I'm not really interested in all the stuff that they do in holodecks that are for like training and stuff, which they have really like different tactics for every era of Star Trek. Like, I'm not really sure about Enterprise, but I do know about Star Trek Enterprise. But I do know about Star Trek TNG. Um, what else? Right, D-Space 9 and Voyager. Those are the only three. I mean, I think they might have had something like training courses in Star Trek the original series, but then again, they didn't have any holodeck stuff. So for military training, so yeah, that might still happen. But other than that, the Federation itself would not exist in the way that you would think it would exist. There is no way in hell that would exist. I mean, yeah, it would exist if it did, which I'm not guarantee. Again, I'm not going to guarantee or promise that will happen. But if it does, it does. But it cannot, nor will it ever happen to the point that everybody's just nothing but straight, and all we want to do is breed and have babies. That's not going to happen because they're. What are you saying? All the lesbians and gays are going to die off, and all you'll have is straight people? I mean, it's either that or everybody just turns straight. No, we're not going to turn straight. Not all of them are going to die off. That would be a crazy, stupid concept. Because when you think about it, if you were to, and it's a sad thing, but yes, even straight people die. So it's not a matter of who's better, straight or lesbian or gay or bi. It's a matter of who's going to survive. And I believe that we're all going to equally survive. Maybe through different generations and stuff like that. But still, there isn't going to be any just straight. I mean, yeah, straight will be there, but it won't be like what they are showing. It will have everything that we have now. Except better medicines, this and that, and a lot of better things. As to whether or not a lot of us now belong into that, well, I don't know. But I guarantee you, every medicine that has ever been developed in the future would be good and worthwhile, and every one of us are ready for it. They say we're not. That's crap. That is nothing but crap. Whatever they can think of, however it is done, even though that there's nothing in telling what all the details in. We could actually mass produce that and have it done. Everybody would be, it wouldn't even cause a war. Everybody would be, would be healed. Nobody would ever be sick again. There would be no famine. There would be nothing. I mean, we would be we wouldn't even starve anymore. We'd be so set for life that I wouldn't even care about money. I mean, in the future, you wouldn't care anyway. Money is not something you care about. You more care about having a life and having this and that. So really, I would rather have that. I mean, honestly, I like having what we have for technology and stuff like consoles and stuff. But I still don't want to live in a world where we have money. Money. Back when we were trading, we had enough supplies to last us. Maybe not as much as like Star Trek has, because you had plenty of rations to go around. There was no we're down on food supplies. There was none of that crap. Maybe when they first started, when Star Trek Enterprise was a thing, but that was like, back in Archer's time. But when Kirk came around and all that, when we get to that point, we will never have to starve again. It's kind of like back when we traded. We had plenty of supplies to last us for centuries, but we didn't have as much as Star Trek does. So really, in the long run, who's better? Yeah, Anyway, bye-bye.